parcel of land we've got today. A time is coming, and that time is now, that everyone everywhere will partake out of this, and you watching this now might not be a beneficiary of this. So I call out on you, make do with this opportunity, make do with this information, and be part of this global call. I call this day one of calling out to all Nigerians to partake from this. Will all Nigerians have the opportunity? No, it's a cap thing. We are just in need of how many? 2.4 million units to be sold out. How many persons can buy it? Restricted to that cap of number. How many persons are in Nigeria? Think about it. So if you're hearing this today, don't miss out of this. We bounce right to the top. And I say this, as them they doubt, we they bounce. See you some other time.
Let's go.
Thank you so much, ambassadors of SWIFTtrip, and today the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, and to everyone that has come together to make SWIFTtrip what it is today. I'm Honorable Richard Tanadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. And it is so amazing because whatever we do about SWIFTtrip, it has to do with the future in view. And we are using this time out on this parcel of land massively, sitting at the center, the heart of Port Harcourt City, to call out to every Nigerian. Join this process. Let's make something laudable happen that has never happened. Even in Port Harcourt City, a 20-story hospitality facility will be mounted at this point. You would think that having attaining what we've got today just happened like that. No, we've been here since 2021 until this very moment that God has blessed us with this. So therefore, wherever you are, we need collaboration. We need togetherness so that we can advance to the point where we want to get to. Everything no be scam. Is somebody hearing me? Everything no be scam. People will say, what if it works? What if it's just a Nigerian thing? Today, we are sitting at the heart of Port Harcourt City. Many years back said, what if it didn't work? What if it didn't get here? Oh my God. I want us to sit up, wake up to the realization that nobody will make Nigeria a better place. Economy is hard, there is no food, this and those. Nobody will do it for us. We must come to the point where we collaborate to give ourselves the kind of life and destiny that we desire. You might wish for a big thing. You might call out for those big things that you say, that is the kind of life I want to live. Are you just wishing or are you building? This is a moment that you can collaborate with like minds. People driving forward, people moving onward to accomplish greatness. Nigerians, wherever you are, collaborate with us. Today, we need how much? 2 billion naira. 2 billion naira. This is a 10.9 billion project. I'm not asking for all of it. The subscription can do that. But let's supercharge this process. I tell you, only foundation of that 20-story hospitality, it is going to be massive. It's going to be massive. There are people, see, this thing is phase by phase. We started from the process of no office, no website, no app. At the point we got there, people were encouraged. Many other persons joined. 2 years without an office, without an app. It took us 2 years to gather about 66 persons who said yes to this process. After owning that, those things that were not there, today 11,000 persons have said yes to SWIFTtrip. This is another phase. It is all about phase after phase. There are persons who will see what has happened. Even the land, there are so many persons keen in just because of this massive parcel of land we've got today. A time is coming, and that time is now, that everyone everywhere will partake out of this, and you watching this now might not be a beneficiary of this. So I call out on you. Make do with this opportunity, make do with this information, and be part of this global call. I call this day one of calling out to all Nigerians to partake from this. Will all Nigerians have the opportunity? No, it's a cap thing. We are just in need of how many? 2.4 million units to be sold out. How many persons can buy it? Restricted to that cap of number. How many persons are in Nigeria? Think about it. So, if you're hearing this today, don't miss out of this. We bounce right to the top. And I say this, as them they doubt, we they bounce. See you some other time.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you so much, ambassadors of SWIFTtrip, and today the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, and to everyone that has come together to make SWIFTtrip what it is today. I'm Honorable Richard Tanadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. And it is so amazing because whatever we do about SWIFTtrip, it has to do with the future in view. And we are using this time out on this parcel of land massively, sitting at the center, the heart of Port Harcourt City, to call out to every Nigerian. Join this process. Let's make something laudable happen that has never happened. Even in Port Harcourt City, a 20-story hospitality facility will be mounted at this point. You would think that having attaining what we've got today just happened like that. No, we've been here since 2021 until this very moment that God has blessed us with this. So therefore, wherever you are, we need collaboration. We need togetherness so that we can advance to the point where we want to get to. Everything no be scam. Is somebody hearing me? Everything no be scam. People will say, what if it works? What if it's just a Nigerian thing? Today, we are sitting at the heart of Port Harcourt City. Many years back said, what if it didn't work? What if it didn't get here? Oh my God. I want us to sit up, wake up to the realization that nobody will make Nigeria a better place. Economy is hard, there is no food, this and those. Nobody will do it for us. We must come to the point where we collaborate to give ourselves the kind of life and destiny that we desire. You might wish for a big thing. You might call out for those big things that you say, that is the kind of life I want to live. Are you just wishing or are you building? This is a moment that you can collaborate with like minds. People driving forward, people moving onward to accomplish greatness. Nigerians, wherever you are, collaborate with us. Today, we need how much? 2 billion naira. 2 billion naira. This is a 10.9 billion project. I'm not asking for all of it. The subscription can do that. But let's supercharge this process. I tell you, only foundation of that 20-story hospitality, it is going to be massive. It's going to be massive. There are people, see, this thing is phase by phase. We started from the process of no office, no website, no app. At the point we got there, people were encouraged. Many other persons joined. 2 years without an office, without an app. It took us 2 years to gather about 66 persons who said yes to this process. After owning that, those things that were not there, today 11,000 persons have said yes to SWIFTtrip. This is another phase. It is all about phase after phase. There are persons who will see what has happened. Even the land, there are so many persons keen in just because of this massive parcel of land we've got today. A time is coming, and that time is now, that everyone everywhere will partake out of this, and you watching this now might not be a beneficiary of this. So I call out on you. Make do with this opportunity, make do with this information, and be part of this global call. I call this day one of calling out to all Nigerians to partake from this. Will all Nigerians have the opportunity? No, it's a cap thing. We are just in need of how many? 2.4 million units to be sold out. How many persons can buy it? Restricted to that cap of number. How many persons are in Nigeria? Think about it. So, if you're hearing this today, don't miss out of this. We bounce right to the top. And I say this, as them they doubt, we they bounce. See you some other time.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you so much, ambassadors of SWIFTtrip, and today the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, and to everyone that has come together to make SWIFTtrip what it is today. I'm Honorable Richard Tinadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. And it is so amazing because whatever we do about SWIFTtrip, it has to do with the future in view. And we are using this time out on this parcel of land massively, sitting at the center, the heart of Port Harcourt City, to call out to every Nigerian. Join this process. Let's make something laudable happen that has never happened. Even in Port Harcourt City, a 20-story hospitality facility will be mounted at this point. You would think that having attaining what we've got today just happened like that. No, we've been here since 2021 until this very moment that God has blessed us with this. So therefore, wherever you are, we need collaboration. We need togetherness so that we can advance to the point where we want to get to. Everything no be scam. Is somebody hearing me? Everything no be scam. People will say, what if it works? What if it's just a Nigerian thing? Today, we are sitting at the heart of Port Harcourt City. Many years back said, what if it didn't work? What if it didn't get here? Oh my God. I want us to sit up, wake up to the realization that nobody will.
Say welcome to all that are in this meeting today. Thank you very much. And if today is your first time of connecting with us, please just stay tuned. And you will get a detailed understanding of what this business is all about. Of course, you're coming to this meeting today is because you want to have a better understanding of what SWIFTtrip entails. And I assure you that by the end of this meeting, you will go back or you will leave this place having a good and a better understanding of this opportunity that is before you today. Okay, so quickly I will introduce myself. I am Favor Orina Miayo, the international admin of SWIFTtrip and also the personal assistant to the CEO. And this morning I will be taking us on the presentation of what SWIFTtrip is all about. We're going to dive into a journey of unprecedented wealth. Okay, so let us forge ahead. Mind you, I want you to take note of this, that you are part of the decillions in dollars. You're part of those persons that are coming to rewrite history, that are coming to what? Own a legacy. That is exactly what you are coming to own. That is the person you're coming to be. By you, by your presence in this meeting today, you are coming to be the person that will uplift others. Okay? And how are you going to do that? It's through SWIFTtrip. As we proceed, you will see how this is going to be a life-changing business for you. How you will know that this is a rare opportunity. You will know that this business is a business like none. A business you've never come across with. It's one of a kind. All right? So quickly, let us look at what this business is all about. Please, if there's a question in the course of this presentation, do well to write your questions down, because the privilege will be given to you to ask your question after the presentation this morning. Okay? So, this presentation guide today, we'll be looking at all of these. We'll be looking at what this business is all about, what this SWIFTtrip is all about, where we are as we speak today. Are we at the phase we can still call it an opportunity, or are we at a phase where the opportunity is no more? We will look into that. Then we will look at how our customers are going to benefit from this business. We will then look at how you as an owner of this business will benefit. just by identifying with us. These are the areas we will be covering in the course of this presentation. So we will move to the next slide, which is asking us a question: what is SWIFTtrip? And we tell you SWIFTtrip is very simple. It is very simple. As the name implies, SWIFTtrip. You will know that this is a fast and unique business. A fast and unique business. Okay? Now, we are building 5 unique services in one platform. 5 amazing services in one platform. And what is this platform? This platform is the SWIFTtrip platform. A Web 3.0 decentralized eco chain enterprise. A Web 3.0 decentralized mobility, commerce, and hospitality service providing what? Business. Hospitality service providing business. That is what we are building. And if you listen to me carefully, you will know that this thing we are talking about, this app we are coming to build, will be built on the newest, on the latest version of the internet. Amazing. It will be built on the newest version of the internet that allows end users like you and I to have total access of this app anytime, any day, without the need of a middleman, without the need of an intermediary. You have access and you perform your transaction seamlessly, effortlessly, without no government body controlling the flow of income or the flow of transaction. That is amazing. It is decentralized. It is decentralized and it's an echo chain. In SWIFTtrip, everyone is connected to each other. Yes, that is why if you watch, we don't send link for registration. No, you must be registered. Someone must tell you about it. And if that person tells you about it, you register, you are linked to that person. Remember, before the person entered, the person was told by someone else. And it simply means that person is linked to that person. So that is how we are linked to each other. It's a closed system. All of this we are talking about will be built on what? A smart contract. A smart contract. SWIFTtrip is a business that I can tell you, it's coming to change the narrative. It's coming to change the way people see online businesses. Exactly. I tell you without missing any words. SWIFTtrip is coming to change how people see online businesses. You will hear some person saying that I don't want to do anything that has to do with online business because what? They are scammers, because they've done this, because they've... Sir, ma, we believe that majority of us here in this meeting today, we must have lost money in the online platform. Yes. But then, let us be sincere to ourselves. What we ventured into before now, was it really a business or it was something we gambled our money with? It was a Ponzi scheme. Those are schemes that they tell you, sir, ma, bring your money, and once you bring your money, you will get double, triple of what you are getting. You will get double, triple of what you are getting, of which we don't even want to ask, oh, how are you making this money? How are you getting? How are you able to pay me this kind of money? You just heard that it's paying. It's paying. You just put in your money. By the time they've gotten the number of persons they want, sir, ma, they will tell you, they will come up with stories that is very familiar. We are updating the app. Before you know, they will fizzle out. They will no longer be in existence. You will then start crying. Or they will then start crying, oh, online business. I said it. Sir, ma, what SWIFTtrip is doing is different from that. A mobility business. of which you can attest to the fact that you and I came to this life. We met this mobility. And it is very important for you to also know that you and I will live this life. This mobility will still be in existence. Mobility is moving from one place to another. We came to this life, we met it. We came to this life, we met buying and selling, which is the commerce. Buying and selling. And we will live this life. The buying and selling will still be in existence. It simply tells you we are not building a business that is going to last just for 100 years. It's a business that will last till the end of the world. A business that will still be in existence even when you and I are no longer in existence. That is the power of system we are talking about. A business that doesn't need your presence for it to what? Function. That is the power of system. That is the power of technology. We are telling you that what we are building is the next level of innovation, next level of e-taxi app, next level of platform that is going to make you, that is going to make me, that is going to make its shareholders trillionaires. And not just trillionaires, but also what? Decillionaires in dollars. Whether you believe it or not, it's definitely going to work out. I don't need you to believe that before it plays out. Is it going to happen? Yes, it's going to happen. Is it going to happen in your time? It might not happen in your time for you to be the decillionaire in dollar. But is it going to happen? Yes, it's going to happen. What we are building is a robust platform for unique and sophisticated services. For unique and amazing services. Services that do not lack patronage. You want to see the services? Let us move to the next slide. What are SWIFTtrip services? What are SWIFTtrip core services? What are these services that this speaker is saying is going to make me a trillionaire in dollars? What are these services that I am boldly saying is going to make you and I decillionaire in dollars? Even when we know we've not recorded a trillionaire in dollars in the world today. Soonest, Elon Musk is going to be the first trillionaire in dollars. Is getting closer to it as the day goes by. Very soon. Then someone will see that if Elon Musk can be a trillionaire in the nearest future, why can't we be a decillionaire in dollars? Why can't we? It is the level of your mindset. If your mindset is telling you that you cannot be a billionaire in dollars, we have good news for you. If your mindset is telling you that you cannot be a trillionaire in dollars or a decillionaire in dollars, if you are a shareholder of SWIFTtrip, that is the good news for you, because you being or identifying with SWIFTtrip, it beats or outweighs that which your mind can carry. Especially if you have a small mind, because we have lionic arts that are coming together to make to elevate your own mind, to bring you up. That is why they say if you see 5 drunkards and you who is not a drunkard, you sit with them, what do we have? How many drunkards do we have? We have 6 drunkards. If you see 5 poor persons and you who is probably maybe wealthy, you sit with how many persons would they, how many poor persons would they see there? 5 or 6 poor persons. If you sit yourself or identify yourself with billionaire, even if you're not a billionaire, you will be addressed as a billionaire. So that is the power of what we are building. That even those that their minds can't carry the decillionaire in dollars we are talking about, because we have lionic mind, we have people that have a very large mind, we will help them come up to be at where their mind ought to be. So we are building unique services. Let us look at these services we are talking about. Number 1, we have the aviation. Number 2, we have the e-taxi. Number 3, we have the e-commerce. Number 4, we have the logistics. Then the 5th service we are rendering is the hospitality service. All of these built on what? A smart contract, built on blockchain. Built on blockchain. Before now, sir, I don't know how much you have in your account. I don't know how much you're worth. Before now, can you come up to say you're an owner of an e-taxi business, a global e-taxi business, or an aviation business? Because in SWIFTtrip, we are coming to own our own what? Airport. We are not standing as maybe intermediary people that will process visa for you in order to use another flight. No, we are owning our own airport. We are not booking agents that will come here and say, okay, we will help you book your flight via another airline. No, we are owning our own airport. As I am seated here, sir, ma, I'm already, as I'm speaking to you, I'm seeing myself in the SWIFTtrip airport. I believe that is how you, that are shareholders of SWIFT, but also picturing yourself, futuring already in the airport of SWIFTtrip, with a wide smile on your face, saying to yourself, we made it. It happened. We said it. We thought of it. And what today is a reality. If you can think it, sir, ma, you can what? Future in it. These are the services you are coming to own. They are not what? New services. Let us look at them. Let us explain them one after the other and show you pictures or images that will help you or give you a better insight of what we are talking about, irrespective of the grammar that is attached to the names. Okay? Now, when we talk about aviation, we are simply coming to own our own airport, just like I said. Now, look at it. Whenever these people patronize the company, it does not matter how many times a day, how many times a week, how many times a month, you as an owner of this business, you're simply earning from every of their patronage. You're earning from every of their patronage, sir, ma. You're simply what? An owner of a global business. Some persons, as I'm saying this, it does not resonate with them because to them, their mind is very small. They're already exiting the meeting. Some of them will say, what's this one saying? It's just blabbing. Sir, ma, I'm not blabbing. I'm telling you what? The reality. That tomorrow, you will see us featuring in it. You will see us what? In our own airport. And the name is something you can never forget. You can never forget the name. We are coming to own our own aviation business. As to some persons, this is unrealistic. To some persons, it's what's not achievable. But to SWIFTtrip, it's a done deal. All you just need to wait is give us time. All you just need to do is give us what? Time. And you will see it. And guess what? If you have the money, you will patronize us. And you will see what you've missed out on if you decide not to be part of the business. Let us look at the next one, the e-taxi, the e-hailing. We have the likes of Uber. We have the likes of Bolt. These are examples of what? E-transport business. Did you miss out on being a shareholder in Uber? Did you miss out on being an owner of Bolt? Did you miss out on being an owner of Enviable Transport? Did you miss out on being an owner of InDrive or Cabman? Name them. We have lots of them in the world today. Despite how we have a lot of these transportation companies today, we still cannot service the need of customers in totality. There are still customers out there that we can still not render service to. That's to tell you that this space cannot be oversaturated. The transportation sector cannot be oversaturated. This is amazing. This is the road transport we're referring to, and the aviation is the air transport. Now let's look at the next one, which is commerce. Like I said, buying and what? Selling. Examples, we have the Jumia, we have what? The Alibaba, we have the eBay, we have the FedEx. No, FedEx is logistics. We have the what is it called? GG, Temu. All of these are examples of what? E-commerce platform where you and I can buy and sell. If you look at it, you will know it's not a new thing. With your device, you can buy and sell anytime, any day. And once you've purchased something from the e-commerce platform, there is another need that needs to be what? Solved. And what is that? How do you move those things bought to where they ought to be, or to where they need to be? That is where the logistic comes in play. All of this in one app. You don't need to swipe from one app to the other. In one app, you are getting what? All of these. Examples of logistic business, we have the DHL. We have what? The God is Good Logistic. We have the FedEx. We have the UPS. We have lots of them locally that I can't even remember their names. These are examples of the logistic business. You can see it's not new. It's not something we need to start asking. How do we make these people understand this? It is something that has already been in existence. Do you know what we are doing? We are simply coming to modify what has already been in existence. We are coming to modify this, to make the people see this, to make the people what benefit from this, to make the people be an owner of what we are showing to them. Let us look at the fifth one. And what is that? The hospitality business. The hospitality business. And what do we refer to as hospitality? We're looking at what? Hotels. Hotels. We are coming to build hotels. And we used to say we will build. We used to say we will do this. We will do that. But today, we've been able to secure our land worth 900 million naira, close to $1 billion. It is shareholders that came together to make this a reality. Those people that are looking at us in 2021, those people that doubted us, those people that said, let us see, it's another Ponzi scheme. They've come, it's another scammer that is here. Let us see. Today, we started from where there was no office, no website, nothing. What was our office? Mobile phone. No office, no website, nothing at all. But then people came together toward beauties. Today we have offices. Today we have websites. We have shareholders app. We have our own plot of land. What, how much? 900 million naira. In the heart of Port Harcourt. And what are we looking at doing there? Because some person might even want to ask if it's part of the project, because from all of the services I mentioned, there was no land. You want to ask, what would the land be used for? Sir, ma, it is the land we use to erect our 20-story building. Our 20-story hospitality project building. We are coming to build the tallest building in Rivers State. SWIFTtrip is going to stand out in everything it does. We are going to what? Stand out. Soon as you and I will be pointing at the building, see that building there? I am a co-owner of that building. That 20-story building. That will be the talking point in Rivers State. That will be the talking point in what other state. They say, do you know that tallest building? The tallest building in Port Harcourt. Yes, it's my company. I co-own it. It's my company that owns it. Did you see that hotel in Port Harcourt? It's my company that I'm a co-owner of that company. It will be what? The talking point. We shouldn't joke with SWIFTtrip. Of course, I don't need to start explaining to you what a hotel business is because we have examples out there. We have a lot of them out there. Presidential Eco Hotel, name them. Golden Tulip, name them. Governor's Hotel, name them. A whole lot out there. So all of these are the services we are coming to render. Are we stopping here? No. As we proceed, more services will be added to it. This is not something you should miss out on. Now, let us look at the next question that will be in the heart of many persons that are listening to me today. As SWIFTtrip launched the business, has SWIFTtrip gone live? Is the business in operation? There is an answer to that. And the next slide will give us the answer. What's the answer to that? No. SWIFTtrip is currently at its development phase. And we are soliciting for subscribers. We are soliciting for what? Owners, co-owners, wherever they are. In Nigeria, in Africa, in Europe, in South America, wherever they are. Come together, let us build this. Asia, name it. Let us build this. We need co-owners for the to facilitate what? Business development. This is not something Honorable Richard Nadi can do by himself. That is why he's calling for like minds. Let us come together and build it. Will it be easy? No. Because we've heard people call us scammers. We've heard people call us names. We've heard people said a lot of things. We've heard people give us deadline. That just give them from now to December. Give them from now to this month. Give them from now to that month. Yet, we are still standing firm and strong. And guess what? As the day goes by, we are becoming what? Stronger. We are becoming stronger by the day. Whomever you are, your profession does not matter. If you can see what we are showing to you, if you are preparing for this future we are talking about, this is for you. This is for you. Let us build this. Let us come by a legacy in SWIFTtrip. Do not miss SWIFTtrip Profit Share offer. Let us look at the next slide. How much is it going to cost me for me to be a co-owner of this app? How much is it going to cost me for me to be a co-owner of this business? I want to know what is the cost. And it's clearly stated here today. We say buy a node slot, of which the subscription fee is $250. We are in double promo. We are in double promo, of which the very first one is this. That the actual price of this node slot is $200,000, approximately 200 million naira. But then we brought it down because there are phases. There are phases to this thing. There's a phase we will get to, it will increase. Okay? So we brought it down to as low as $250 today. And what is the second promo? The second promo is that this $250 is still on promo, of which it increases by $5 every 2 days till it gets to $250. And once it gets to that $250, which is the actual price to speak today, we will wait for those that will want to be part of it at this rate. At the $250 rate. People that they will look at it, they will say, okay, yes, $250, okay, I would love to be part of it. Because there are some persons that will still look at this $250 and say, how do you mean with $250 I will be an owner of this thing? No. Take it out, I'm not interested. It's a scam. Take it out, I'm not interested. It does not make sense. That with $250 I will be an owner of all of these services. It does not make sense to them because it's very cheap. Maybe by the time we say we are selling it for $850 or $800, to them it will now make sense. Okay, yes, it's an opportunity. I think I like it. Let me grab it. And there are some persons that even if you sell it for $1,000, they will still doubt you and say, okay, no, it's not really making sense. Yeah, there are levels to this. Just like how those persons who heard of it when it was 5,000 naira can no longer be part of it. Yes, it was once selling for 5,000 naira. They can no longer be part of it today that is selling for $250. I will show you the promo price as we proceed for today, okay? But take note, it increases by $5 every 2 days. Now, from these $250, the project fee is $150, so $100 is what we use for advertisement. Now that we are yet to launch the business, now that we are the vision phase, we advertise. We talk to people about SWIFTtrip. We campaign. Let them know. Let them come be part of this amazing business. Okay? So $100 is used for that advertisement fee. And then once you pay your $250, the company gives you in exchange your ownership percentage. Your ownership percentage, you get that. And what's your ownership percentage? 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. And what is it used for? It's your earning percentage. Whenever transaction happens, Sama, you don't need to be there. That is the power of technology. That is the power of system. That is the power of what we are building. You don't need to be there for you to earn. As an owner of this business with an ownership percentage with a global profit share percentage of what? 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. You earn from every transactions that happens globally. Not just in Nigeria. I said what? Globally. That is how we say in SWIFTtrip. What you are coming to own is something that you will not be able to comprehend. Because by the time they begin to show you your account balance in the future, you will be like, wow, how did I see this? Do not miss SWIFTtrip. Do not miss SWIFTtrip. Leave every of your smart question that will make you or that will hinder you from being part of this movement. Drop them and what? Key into this. Too much of everything is bad, though. Too much of everything is bad. So leave that too much wise question, all that too much, and what? Key into it. Look at Peter Obi today, that heard of the opportunity to be a shareholder in what? Zoom. Despite how knowledgeable he is, how intelligent he is, to him it does not make sense, and he missed out on that opportunity. The Peter Obi we all are glamoring over. We all are just celebrating. The man is very intelligent. Look at, he missed out on Zoom, despite how intelligent he is. Did he regret it? Yes. He said it. He regrets it. He regrets missing out on it because when they told it to him, it does not make sense. And today, it makes sense. Don't wait for it to make sense before you become part of it, because when you are waiting for it to make sense, sir, ma, maybe then the opportunity is gone. Most of the times, the opportunity is gone. Just key into it. Key into it and let's move. Now, when will SWIFTtrip go live? When will SWIFTtrip go live? That will be your next question. When are we going to launch this business? Are we launching this business next month? It's doable. Are we launching this business this ending of this year? It's doable. Let us look at when we will be launching this business. Now, it's well spelled out here. You can see our transparency. Transparency. We are very transparent. Okay? So, let's look at this. The company says 5% is what is given to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. 5% is what is available for you and I. Now, the business is set to launch at the sales of 3% share volume. From this 5% that is available, that the company has given to you and I as shareholders, we are saying the business will launch at the sales of 3% share volume out of this 5%. That is when we launch the business. It's a milestone that has been set. A milestone that you and I and everyone ought to work together in order to what? Achieve. It's a milestone. When we are to launch this business, it's before you and I. We are seeing it. It's a milestone. It has been set. We just need to what? Work a bit harder. A bit smarter in order to what? Achieve this. In order to achieve this. And we said the launch of this business, this 3% we are talking about, if we are to do the calculation, how many units are there in this 3%? It is 2,400,000 node units that is in this 3%. How did we get that? Let us quickly show you. Remember, the minimum volume to sell before the launch of this business is what? 3%, right? And as a shareholder of this business, what is your ownership percentage if you pay your money to the company's account as a shareholder? Your ownership percentage is 0.0 in 5 places. 125%. That is what you own. Now, how did we get to know the number of units in this 3%? It's very simple. We'll simply do 3 divided by 0.0 in 5 places. 125. 125. 0.05 places 125. If you do that simple division, what you will get is 2,400,000 node units. That is how to calculate the 3% unit. Before now, we used to say 1 person to 1 unit, 1 man to 1 account. Yes. And this is another promo that the company is into, giving the shareholders of SWIFTtrip the privilege to own multiple units. Why? In support, this is done in support of what? The 20-story building that is ongoing here in River State, Port Harcourt. That's to support the project. And giving more rooms for the shareholders of SWIFTtrip to what? To earn. Giving more rooms for the shareholders of SWIFTtrip to have multiple units that pays them the same way a unit will pay them. All of this is in support of what? The 20-story building. And we also have what we call the family combo. The family combo going for what? A slash price. Likewise, the extra unit going for what? A slash price of what? How much? $150 respectively. It's a promo you should capitalize on. It's a promo you shouldn't joke with, because this offer valid from now till the end of August. And after that, it's closed. The opportunity is what? It's closed. Do not joke with this offer. Let us quickly look at the next slide, looking at where we'll be launching this business. So SWIFTtrip will be launching this business in Nigeria and the United Kingdom before we start launching business in other parts of the world. So you can see indeed that what we are building is a global business and not a local business. SWIFTtrip is too unique to be local. Okay? We are too unique to be local. We are a global business, and we are earning from what? We are earning what? Globally from every transaction that happens. Do not joke with SWIFTtrip. All right, let's look at the next slide. Here our certificate. You can see our certificate, the CAC certificate, the EFCC certificate, and the United Kingdom certificate. So these are all of our certificates. If you needs to get this certificate, check our Telegram channel. You will see all of these certificates. Okay, so let's look at the next slide rather. What makes SWIFTtrip stand out from others? What is that thing that makes SWIFTtrip unique? What is that thing that makes SWIFTtrip stand out from every other company that are rendering the same services that we are rendering? Because if you look at it, when we talk about the aviation, the e-taxi, the e-commerce, the logistics, and the hospitality, these are not services that are new. These are services that we could refer you to 1, 2, 3 or more companies that are rendering the same services as we. Okay? So these are not new services. Let's look at what makes SWIFTtrip stand out. It is just 3 initialism, which I call what? The PYC. PYC, what does it stand for? Pay your customers. Have you heard of that before? No. If it's your first time, you haven't heard of it. I can bet, or I can assure you that you've never heard of what? The PYC. If it's your first time of connecting with us. Why? Because we are the first company globally to introduce the PYC. What does it stand for? Pay your customers. Yes. We are the first company that will put its customers on payroll from every patronage made. Not a one-time payroll. Rather, a forever payroll, a lifetime payroll. That anytime they patronize the company, they simply earn from that patronage. That's never happened before. What we are so acquainted with is what? The KYC. We are so used to that. Know your customers, know your customers. SWIFTtrip is not just coming to know its customers, but rather we are also making sure that these customers are on payroll, that anytime they patronize a company, they earn from that patronage. Amazing. You've never heard of it before. We are the first company. We are the first company to put its customers on payroll. Now, let's look at how this payroll is going to work out with a diagram. With a diagram. See, we've noticed and we've known that the customers are very important. Very, 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 very what? Important. We cannot do without them. So we need to pamper them. We need to take care of them. We need to make sure what? That they are comfortable. Just as our workers are. Just as the service providers are. Okay? So let's look at how this is going to play out. Let's look at the next slide. You can see a diagram on the screen. On my slide. Now, from this diagram, you will see we have what we call passengers profit generator. Sorry, passengers or profit generator. We look at our passengers and we call them profit generator. We look at our customers and call them profit generator. Why? Because they are the one generating profit for us. Sir, ma, without the customers, your business or the chain of distribution is not complete. The chain of distribution is not what? Complete. We will have the producer, we have the wholesaler, we have the retailer, and then we have what? The consumer. The consumers. Who are the consumers? The customers. So they are generating profit for us. That is why we call them the profit generator. And please take note that in SWIFTtrip, whatever amount a passenger, a customer is paying, the company sees that as what? 100%. It does not matter how small or how massive it is. It does not matter. We see it as what? 100%. Whether by cash or transfer, it is 100%. So let us assume a transaction happened between a passenger and a driver, and that transaction cost 20,000 naira. Okay, and please note that the price of trip, or the cost of trip rather, depends on the distance covered. It simply tells you that no two trips can be what? The same. Okay, so it simply depends on the distance covered, right? Now, we are assuming that a transaction costs 20,000 naira in this analysis. How will this 20,000 naira that the company sees as 100%, how is it going to be shared? And also, how will the customer who booked the ride earn from that amount paid? Let's look at that. You see, the green arrow, which signifies what? 100%. Then the red arrow pointing to the profit generator. You're seeing how many percent beside it? 2%. What does that tell you? It tells you that the passenger who booked the ride gets 2% of what? 20,000 naira that was paid, the money that was paid. And this is the PYC we are talking about, sir, man. This is the pay your customers we are talking about. Imagine that a passenger booked a ride, and after booking the ride, paying the driver for that ride, and then he or she earns from that ride. Has it ever happened before? No. SWIFT will be the first company to do that. Putting our customers on payroll. Putting our customers on payroll. So this 2% is not bonus for next ride. No. This 2% that goes to the passenger is money that he or she can withdraw and spend on whatever he or she pleases. That's the PYC we are talking about. And 10%, if you can see my diagram, you can see the box at the middle, and 10% goes to that box. And what does that? You can see a building, right? That building represents the platform provider. And who is the platform provider? It is no other than the company. The company is the platform provider. We've provided this platform. We've made this platform available for customers and service provider to transact. For everybody to transact. We've provided that platform. So the question is, what is this 10% used for? Sama, it is used for global expansion. Remember I said earlier on that this is not a local business. It is a global business. It is used, this 10% will be used for the launch of business in other parts of the world. Because there won't be need for us to call on shareholders, for us to call on co-owners, subscribers, for them to contribute their money in order for us to launch business in one country or the other. The 10% takes care of the launch of business in other parts of the world. Now, 10% that goes to the platform provider plus 2% that goes to the passenger who booked the ride is how many percent? 12%. Now, if you look at my right, you will see there's an arrow pointing to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. 5% goes to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, which is you and I, of which we are all earning according to our ownership percentage. Remember earlier on I said the company is giving 5% of its shares to the shareholders of SWIFT, and we are launching at a sales of 3%. Right? So, since we are launching at a sales of 3%, remember from this 3%, every person earns his or her own share. That's 0.05 places 125%. Right? That is that. Now, 5% plus 10%, that's 15%, plus the 2% that goes to the profit generator, that is 17%. Now, the driver in this analysis, the driver in this evaluation, guess what? 80%, that is the lion's share of what? The percentage, the bigger share of the percentage. And someone will be like, no, I came in with my money as a shareholder of this business. I'm earning 0.05 less 125% from that transaction that took place. Why a driver is earning 80%? It does not make sense. Sama, you're only saying that because you are not getting the right picture. Now, let me open your eyes. For this driver to get this 80%, note that he must be the one to render this service. If this driver is not a shareholder and another driver render the service, he will earn nothing. Not even 0.0 in 12 places. He won't earn a dime. For him to earn this 80%, he needs to be the one to what? Render the service. And also note that from this 80% that goes to him, for him to keep rendering the service, he will have to make sure his car is on steady maintenance. He will have to what? Buy fuel in his car in order to what? Service that need. He will have to fix his car in one way or the other. He will have to be on the road to make sure he earns this. While you as a shareholder, as the comfort of wherever you are, you might even be, you might be having vacation in one country or the other, and this man is busy working. You are what? Busy earning. You are relaxing, earning. You are enjoying, earning, and spending your money. Do you know why? Because you identified with a system. A system that does not care your location, but it pays you. A system that does not care if you are working or not, it pays you. A system that does not care if you're sleeping or awake, it what? Pays you consistently, repeatedly, effortlessly, and what? Efficiently. Amazing. That is the difference between the shareholders of SWIFTtrip and others that will be coming to what? Be service provider. 80% goes to the service provider. 80% plus 17% is how many percent? 97%. We still have 3% left in order to make it 100%, right? That takes us to the next slide, which is this. Like I told you, SWIFTtrip is an echo chain platform. It's an echo chain business. Nobody can come into the business and say, oh, I don't know. Nobody introduced me to SWIFTtrip. I just joined in. No, you must be connected to somebody. It's a must. Even when we've launched the business, it's still going to be a closed system. Someone must refer you to SWIFTtrip. And you will then, that is when the link will now be valid. You will now use the person's link to download the app and then what? Patronize the company. Now in SWIFTtrip, you earn up to your 4th generation in SWIFTtrip. Now knowing fully well that the passenger and the driver who booked this ride, of course someone told them. And the person that told them, someone told that person that told them. The person that told that person also, he has someone that told him or her. Right? I believe we understand he told and told and told. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th generation. The 1st generation of the passenger who booked that ride. For instance, if I'm the one that told Mr. Chukwuemeka about SWIFTtrip and he patronized the company, I am his 1st generation. And as a shareholder, I've already earned my 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. He has already earned his 0.085 places 125% as a shareholder, and as a passenger earned is 2%, while myself I've already earned my 0.085 places 125%, and also as the direct introducer of Mr. Chukwuemeka, I earn what? 1%. I earn what? 1%. Why? Because I am Mr. Chukwuemeka's 1st generation in this analysis. Then the person who told me about SWIFTtrip earns what? 0.3%. That is what? Mr. Chukwuemeka's 2nd generation. The person that told me about SWIFTtrip, which is now Mr. Chukwuemeka, what? 3rd generation, gets what? 0.1%. Then Mr. Chukwuemeka 4th generation will get what? 0.1% again. That is what is explained here. 1% for 1st generation, 0.3% for 2nd generation, 0.1% for 3rd generation, and another 0.1% for the 4th generation. Add it together is a total of how many percent? 1.5%. The same thing applies to the customer's driver referral. Add it up, a total of 1.5. Now 1.5 from the customer's driver referral plus the 1.5 from the customer's passengers referral is a total of how many percent? 3%. 3% plus 97% is how many percent? A total of what? 100%. You can see how this 100, this green arrow, you can see how it has been shared among every person. Both the person who booked the ride, the service provider, the company, the shareholders, and the referral chain of the driver and what? The passenger. Amazing. And it is also important for you to know that this same thing applies to all the services we are rendering. This same PYC applies to both the aviation, the e-commerce, the logistics, and the hospitality. The same PYC applies to all. And also all the services that will come later on in the future. Amazing. That is one thing that is going to make us stand out from every other companies out there. These three initialism, PYC, which stand for what? Pay your customers. Remember as well that we are coming and building a community of what? 2,400,000 persons. That alone is a massive customer base secured. Don't miss SWIFTtrip for any reason. So quickly want to look at the next slide, which is asking us, who is the brain behind this unique business? Who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip? After all of this that you've heard, you want to know who is the visionary of this business. Who is the vision carrier of this business? You want to know? We will show him to you. He is no other but our young and smart, adorable CEO, the lion himself. When he speaks, he roars. That is why you cannot see an able shareholder of SWIFTtrip speaking like a chicken. A lion cannot give birth to a chicken. That is why all ambassadors of SWIFTtrip are roaring like lion and what? Lioness. Some persons may like it, some persons may not like it, but then it does not perturb us because you ought to speak like a lion. So the wicked flew when no man pursueth, but the righteous is as bold as a lion. We are what? Bold. He is a young man from Nigeria. A young man from Nigeria. And guess the state? Enugu State. Coal City, right? Amazing. From where? A community of what? Udi. That is his community. Udi. For those of us that are here in the meeting today that are from Enugu State, congratulations. And for those of us that have him as the CEO, as the mentor, as our mentor rather, congratulations to us. For those of us who see him as leader, congratulations to us. He is the young man. Honorable Richard Nadi is not a politician. He is the honorable of SWIFTtrip, okay? So he is the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. And we pray for God's divine protection and wisdom upon him. All that is needed to take this business to the promised land, to actualization, we bestow upon him. In Jesus' name, amen. That is our earnest prayer for you, sir. Thank you very much, and we love you. So for those of us that might be thinking that this business is too good to come from a black man, I'm sorry to disappoint you. He's actually a Nigerian that is the vision bearer of this what? Business. And congratulations to us that we are part of those that key in at the vision phase. At the vision phase. Because by the time it's launched, nobody will even care if he's a Nigerian or not. You will see them coming in from left, right, and center. Because they would want to benefit from what he has built, from what he has made available to the masses. Thank you very much, sir, and we love you. We've been able to show you a whole lot of things in the course of this presentation. We've been able to show you what SWIFTtrip is, where we are, when I want to launch the business, how our customers are going to benefit from this business. Now, we want to look at a very important part of it, which is one of the reasons why you're here today, is how you profit as a subscriber of SWIFTtrip, how you profit as a co-owner of this business. Let us dive straight into it. Now, we say how you earn in the future. By the time we've launched the business, knowing fully well that we've not launched the business now, we are still at the vision phase, soliciting for like-minds and co-owners, investors, as the case may be, right? Now, we want to look at how you earn in the future. Let us imagine we've launched this business, okay? How are you going to earn? And we want to look at e-taxi per trip profit evaluation. Remember, we have 5 services: aviation, e-taxi, e-commerce, logistics, and hospitality. Now, from these 5 services, we just want to bring out the e-taxi, and we want to perform a trip. If one trip, we are saying if one trip happened from the e-taxi, how much are you going to earn as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip? This thing that this boy is saying is going to make you a decillionaire in dollars. Let's see how it's going to profit us. And it's very simple. All you just need to do is to follow me as I show it to you. So in this analysis, we want to assume the cost of this trip is 8,000 naira. Okay? The cost of this trip is 8,000 naira. That is the trip that happened in Nigeria. And for those of us connecting us from the United States, we are assuming the trip that took place in the United States, they cost $10. So we're working with both the United States, with the Americans, and also the Nigerians, okay? So that we can move smoothly without confusing anyone. So 8,000 naira multiply, remember 8,000 naira or $10, which is the trip cost, the cost of the trip, okay? Multiply by your ownership percentage, which is 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. If you do that, what will you get? 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo, or 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents. If you're calculating for dollar, that is $10 multiplied by 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. What you will get is 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents. And if you're calculating 8,000 naira multiplied by 0.0 in 5 places, 125%, you will get what? 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo. This is your profit from this one trip, one transaction that took place. And someone will say it's small. Someone will say it's very small, but sir, ma, it's not small. It is what? Massive. It is massive. It's not small at all. When we tell you that SWIFTtrip is going to make you a trillionaire in dollars, sir, ma, it is this cent. It is this kobo that can make you what? A decillionaire in dollars. When it begins to happen like that, little drop, little drop, little drop, and looking at it, we have how many billion people in the world today? 8 billion. Imagine. These 8 billion persons working for you, and let's just slash it down to, let's say, 6 or 5 billion. People working for you every day, and you're earning this little drop of what? This little percentage. Do you think it's small? It's not small. That is the power of volume. Volume. When things begin to happen in volume, you will know that that thing is not small. Just as how Obasanjo is earning his ownership percentage, he's earning his profit from MTN whenever you and I recharge, whenever you and I subscribe, he's simply earning those kobo, those cent. No, sorry, kobo, not cent. Those kobo, those minute kobo. And Google has it that it makes what? 45 million naira every day. At least 45 million naira every day. For a business that is not global, how much more a global business? Is it every country that makes use of MTN? No. But you can tell me that every country makes use of what? Transportation. Amazing. If a business that is not global can yield for someone 45 million naira every day at least. How much more a global business? Don't joke with SWIFTtrip. Let us look at how this cent, kobo, can become millions, billions, trillions of dollars. How is it going to make us decillion in dollars? Let's look at where we could be in 5 years from now. Where we could be in 5 years from now. We want to assume that this 5 years from now, that transaction happened globally. We want to accumulate all the transactions that happened worldwide for a worst case scenario of what? 50 trillion trade being performed. Like we are accumulating all the trips that took place worldwide, and we are saying for a worst case scenario is what? 50 trillion trips in 5 years. I will come again. 5 years in operation, we are saying all the trip that happens, it's 50 trillion trip for a worst case scenario. What's the best case scenario for that? We are telling you, give us 3 years, we will get that done. Give us 3 years, we will get that done. 50 trillion trips performed globally. But we want to work with a worst case scenario of 50 trillion trips performed in 5 years. And then we are also saying that all this 50 trillion trip cost 8,000 naira. Remember from our per trip profit and our evaluation, what we did was 8,000 naira or $10 multiplied by our ownership percent that gave us 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo or 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents, right? Now, we are assuming that all this 50 trillion trip cost that amount, 8,000 naira or $10 respectively. Okay? Now, let us look at how much are we going to get. It's very simple. Since a trip is giving us 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo, and 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents, all we need to do is to multiply that by our ownership percentage. Multiply that by our ownership, and if you do 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents, multiply by 50 trillion trips, what are you going to get? $6.25 million. $6.25 million. And if you do 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo multiplied by 50 trillion, what are you going to get? 5 billion naira. Amazing. This was the same person I showed 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents, or 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo. You can see the power of volume. You can see the power of what? Volume. And guess what? We are not saying that you will have to wait for 5 years for you to withdraw this money. Remember, what we are building is on a smart contract, and you can place your withdrawal anytime, any day, without the need of what? The admin, without the need of a middleman. And also, I want to bring this to your knowledge that this analysis I just showed to you is just from one of the service, which is the e-taxi, already making us what? Millionaire in dollars, billionaires in naira. We've not calculated for aviation, e-commerce, logistics, and hospitality, but just one of the service is already making us a billionaire in naira and a millionaire in dollars. For a worst case scenario, someone will still listen to this and say, no, it's a scam. I wonder. This is not something you're supposed to let anyone talk you out. Don't let anyone talk you out. Decide to be part of it. Decide not to be part of it. We are all adults. We should be responsible for our decision. Don't joke with SWIFTtrip. The next slide shows us how our asset has grown in the space of 5 years and shows you the power of what? A system that gives you the privilege to earn while you sleep. It gives you the privilege to earn while you sleep. Look at how your asset has grown to what? $6.25 million or 5 billion naira respectively. Manpower or manual labor cannot take you too far. To me, I would say it won't take you far. It won't take you anywhere. It won't take you anywhere. Because these bones are looking very strong today. The time will come, it will be very weak. You won't be able to do anything. You're now walking, moving from one place to the other, looking for a job, doing your activities. A time will come, you will no longer have the strength to do all of those. And that is the retirement age. You're now retired, relaxed. How prepared are you planning for that retirement age? How prepared are you for the retirement age? It is something you should ask yourself. Is there an age that will come? Definitely. How prepared are you for that age? So do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer, because SWIFTtrip will make you what? A decillonaire in dollars. And we tell you, we are not missing words. SWIFTtrip is definitely going to make you what? A decillonaire in dollars. Now, how you earn now, how you earn in the now. We've been able to show to you how you earn in the future. Let us quickly look at how you earn in the now. Now, we have a corporate global challenge. Yes. And what's the corporate global challenge? We will show to you as we proceed. We say the speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve this global challenge. The speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve this global challenge. Simply means it's not something I alone should do. It's not something one man can do. It's not something two persons can do. We need what? Collaboration from every one of us, okay? Now, the question is, what is the challenge? What is the challenge? Let's look at that. 2.4 million node units to be sold is the challenge. Where do we get that from? We need collaboration. We need every hand to be on decks, okay? On deck, rather. Okay? So, let us come together and build this. Let us come together and get this number of shareholders, number of what? Units in SWIFTtrip, okay? So, we also went as far as telling you that as a shareholder, every time you solve a unit of this challenge you are talking about, you get paid. Yes. And how do you solve the challenge? It's very simple. Become an active campaigner. Sell unit of SWIFTtrip profit share. Sell unit of SWIFTtrip share and earn big from SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. If you utilize your voice, you will be able to what? Help SWIFTtrip. Okay. If you utilize your popularity, you will be able to help SWIFTtrip. And how do you do that? Look at how do you earn from the campaign bonus. So we show that to you, but this is what is available for you and I now as a SWIFTtrip campaign sponsorship pool fund, which is $238,867,800. That is what is available for you and I in this campaign that we are talking about. Okay, and how did we get that? We simply did $100 multiplied by unsold unit of SWIFTtrip. Okay, so that is that. And now we say SWIFTtrip campaign pays. Let's show that to you. How you earn as a campaigner from SWIFTtrip campaign sponsorship pool fund. It's very simple. Help someone. Let them see it. Show them SWIFTtrip and let them be part of it. And for every person you tell, you earn what we call advert bonus, directly or indirectly. Now, remember I said earlier on in SWIFTtrip you earn up to a fourth generation, first, second, third, and fourth generation. Now that the price is yet to be $250, the first direct earning is what? $50. You're seeing $70. Now, this $70 will take effect when it finally gets to $250. Remember earlier on I said this increases by $5 every 2 days. Okay, so currently it's $50. Now we do $50 for direct earning. If I tell someone or if I help someone see the light and switch and they ventured into it, I get $50. Okay, and by the time it becomes $250, what I will get from every person I help directly will be what? $70. Then for the second, third, and fourth generation remains the same. Then the second generation, what will I get? If that person I told tells someone else, I will get what? $15. If that person then tells another one, I will get $10 as my third generation. Then for my fourth generation, I will get what? $5. Add it up is a total of $100 or $80 respectively, depending on which you're using. If you're using $50 for the first generation, $100 you get $80. And if you're using $70 for the first generation, you get what? A total of $100. And that's not all available. We also say extra campaign cash award. You can earn from what we call extra campaign cash award. Okay, so and what is that? We say become a SWIFTtrip runner if you sell units of SWIFTtrip. Okay, if you sell 50 units, if you help people see the light in SWIFTtrip, you get what? You earn what we call $50, which is the advert bonus. Okay, you earn $50, and the company appreciates you with that $50 to say thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip. That is, if you've registered 50 persons directly under you. Okay, then if you go ahead and register more persons directly under you, maybe you talk to 500 persons, you have community, you talk to your community, the company appreciates you with $1,000, and you are then considered the icon of SWIFTtrip. Okay, you go ahead, you talk to more persons, you're able to get 5,000 persons, the company appreciates you with $10,000, and you are considered the face of SWIFTtrip. So all of these are available for you and I now as we speak, now that we are the campaign phase. Okay, so we say do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. Don't even let your mom, don't let your siblings, don't let anyone, your pastor, your mentor talk you out of SWIFTtrip. Like I said, we all should be responsible for our decisions. Okay, be responsible for your decision. Okay, so let's quickly look at the next slide, which shows us how we subscribe in SWIFTtrip. Okay, how we subscribe. You want to make your payments to the company's account, and how do you do that? It's very simple. All you need to do is to visit the company's website, which is www.seedinvest.swiftttripcampaign.com, for you to know the exact price of which it's selling for that day. Like I said earlier on, it increases by $5 every 2 days until it gets to what? $250, which is the actual price. Okay, so make your payment of let's check what it is in the website today. Let me show us how to go to the website. Okay, I'm going to the website, which is www.seedinvest.swiftttripcampaign.com. okay, let's see how much it is today. Please make sure anytime you want to make your payment, make sure you go to the company's website to check what you're paying. Okay, make sure you go to the company's website. Now this is a disclaimer. Let me open this. Let me make sure this is wide enough for you to see. Okay, this is a disclaimer this year. Please make sure you read this disclaimer before you close it. Okay, thank you very much. So this is the website. Let me zoom it so we can see. All right, this is it. Then we have what we call USD inflow here. This is USD inflow. Then we have USD outflow. This is the available node. Sorry, this is the node unit sold, and this is the unit that is available. Okay, you say buy 0.085% of SWIFTtrip. Now you want to know, you can see this. This is the price as of today. This is the price as at today, $225. You can see this rocket telling you that it's increasing, like it's moving upwards to what? $250. Okay, so for today now the price is $225. So it's short of what? $25. Okay, so this is it. And you want to make this payment, you want to know how much this will be in Naira. How do you do it? You multiply this figure you're seeing on the USD inflow, 1,534, multiply it by $225. Whatever it gives you, that is what you're making. That's the payment you're making to the company's account. Okay, so and how do you say? Pay to SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD, FCMB. This is the account number, Nigerian account number 200-460-7389. By clicking on this box in front of it, you'll be able to copy the number easily. Okay, just click on this box. You can see here there's a right up here, copied. It's copied, and just click on OK. Or you want to pay via USDT TRC20, click on this box, then the wallet address is copied. Please don't go and write this wallet address down, or don't go type it, just copy it. Please copy it. Thank you very much. If you want to make payment via BEP20, click on the box in front of it. If you want to make VI BTC, click on the box in front of it. Okay, then you will copy the address. Now, this USD outflow is what the company used to pay your advert bonus. For instance, you've introduced people and you want to withdraw your advert bonus of, let's say, $1,000. The company will simply multiply 1,000 times this, $1,000 times 1,516. Whatever it gives you, that is what you will get in your account. Okay, so that is that. And we say make your payment to the company's account. Don't go make payment to an individual account, please. Okay, and this registration, this is the registration instruction. Like I said, make sure you're making your payment to the company's account. So we say to register as a SWIFTtrip shareholder. I'm reading this registration instruction now. First, note that you cannot register yourself into the system without the help of an existing shareholder. Thus, we do not go by sharing registration links. So simply make your payment of $225 today directly to the company's account, just like I've shown to you, okay, which you get above. Then forward your proof of payment, first name, email, first name, last name, email, and phone number. No nickname. Nothing like Chi Boy, nothing like Chi Baby, nothing like Joe Boy. Okay, no nickname. Forward your receipt, your first name, your last name, your email, and your phone number to your sponsor. Who is your sponsor? The person who introduced SWIFTtrip to you is your sponsor. Then he or she will, on your behalf, connect with the hub admin or international admin of SWIFTtrip to process your registration. If in 24 hours you have not received your login details or proper direction proper direction how to access your SWIFTtrip node account, then proceed to connect or contact this number 080-366-95332. For further assistance, contact support admin at 070-1298-5596. Let us grow SWIFTtrip together and usher in what? Unprecedented wealth. Amazing. So this is the instruction given to us. Let's be guided. And now, if we scroll up, we will see there is a flyer on the screen. And this is for, okay, it reads like this. Get application form, which is www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com, which is the website, okay? That's where you can get this form. And what's this form for? For our 20-story hospitality project. We said, if you listen to me earlier on in the presentation, we've secured our land close to ₦1 billion in the heart of Port Harcourt, 900 million naira. And we are looking at erecting the tallest building in Rivers State, which is 20-story building. And the CEO, the company is calling for investors, calling for shareholders for them to support in this project. That is why we call it a Swift Home Loan Program. This offer was for last month, where a shareholder can put as little or the minimum of what, ₦1 million and get 30 to 50% ROI in 3 months. That's for last month. Because what we are looking at is a project of what, 10.9 billion naira. Our land secured already. And now, in this month of August, we've brought it down to both shareholders and non-shareholders for them to be part of this loan. And how much is it? The list is what? 300,000 naira. As a non-shareholder, what's your percentage in 3 months? That's your ROI in 3 months. It's 20%. And as a shareholder who is giving the company 300,000 naira to support in this building, what's your ownership percentage? 25%. That is what you get. The minimum, the benchmark is what? 300,000 naira. Do you have ₦1 million naira? Do you have 10 million? Okay, yes, 10 million with different percentage. Whatever amount you have, The company needs it. Instead of letting that money to stay in the bank. Because if you keep $1 million in your bank today, month end, you won't go see the same exact 1 million there. Why? Because they must have deducted for charges. They must have deducted for what? Maintenance. So instead of keeping the money there, why don't you loan it to the company and then get your percentage in return, your ROI, in 3 months? And you were proud to say, you see that 20-story building in River State, Port Harcourt? I built it. I was among those that built the 20-story building. Because you saw it. And you decide to what? Key into it. So it is for everybody. So long you have the money. So long you're financially buoyant or not. Whether you're financially buoyant or not. If you want to be part of it, you just have to make the decision to be part of it. Now, this offer is from now till the end of August, okay? So, do not snooze. Because if you snooze, if you sleep, you snooze. Okay? So, that is that. And then, you can see you want to get the form. SWIFTtrip 20-story loan program application form. Just click on this form, on this, what is it called? Just click on this, then you'll be able to download the form. You want to get the template of the MOU, click on this, you'll be able to get the form. Then once you fill the form, download the form, which just like I said, from here, click it, you will download it, print it, fill, and then scan and submit to this number on this screen via WhatsApp, 070-129-855-96. Okay, so that is that. And you can watch, if you see, learn more about our loan program. This is the AI generated video of what Swift Homes will look like. When I talk Swift Home, I'm simply telling you that it's hotel, Swift Hotel, okay? Swift Homes, we'll call it Swift Home. So this is a glimpse of what it's going to look like. And it will also guide you on how this loan program works, okay? Then this is our land secured, where the CEO addressed the shareholders of SWIFTtrip and the investors of SWIFTtrip. So these videos will also help you. These videos will also help you get better understanding of what SWIFTtrip entails, okay? So now this particular slide or flyer, it's a reminder of our Telegram meeting every day, 10 a.m. and 8 p.m., Monday till Saturday, okay? So we said you should join our meeting, SWIFTtrip Booster meeting, via Telegram, okay? SWIFTtrip your visa to the world, okay? Amazing. Click to join. So we are always live 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. every day, Monday to Saturday. And on Sunday, we appeared just once at 8 p.m., okay? So that is that. I will say thank you as you invite friends to our meeting and let them see that which you have seen in SWIFTtrip. So that is that. This is the website. Just go through it. If it's your first time of seeing the website, just go through it and you will be able to get better understanding of what this company is into, okay? So that is that. And we've come to the end of this presentation. I think all of this has been explained. The next one is just showing us the ticket booking, okay? Just send your name to these numbers and your ticket will be booked, okay? If you're coming with someone, for those of us in River State, send your name to this contact and the name of your prospect to this contact, then your seat will be booked. Thank you very much. So this is time for questions to everyone that has stayed to the end of today's presentation. I want to say a very big thank you. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate. Okay, so you have questions. Do well to click on the middle button if maybe you have anything to ask. You have questions to ask. Do well to click on the meeting on the middle button. Then the privilege will be given to you to speak. Okay, I think I saw a hand raised just now. Think twice. Let's see. Good morning, Mr. Think Twice.